My pronouns to all. My name is Chiranjeevi Siran. I was born in 1937, and in 1964 I got a scholarship to come to US to do my graduate work at Texas Christian University, Fort Worth, Texas. And before going to US, we went to Tirupati Temple. While standing in the line to see the shrine, tears came out of my eyes, and I prayed to Lord Venkateswara to merge me in. After visiting the temple, I went back to my relative's home. Immediately he told me about Sahaj Mark, and he asked me whether I am interested in it. I told him yes, and he took me to Dr. Vardachari. The reason for saying about Lord Venkateswara's experience at his temple, Babuji said, if you have craving for God, God will come to your house knocking at your door. And this really happened to me. Lord Venkateswara brought me to Sahaj Mark, and I am very grateful to him. In 1972, Babuji was supposed to visit Europe and US, and then we received them, went to Dr. Singh's home, we had lunch, and then Babuji went to bedroom to rest on the bed, and then I was sitting near wall with my back on the wall, and I started meditating. After a few minutes, Babuji all of a sudden turned towards me, and he told Chariji in Hindi, "Dekho, dekho, ye kya karta hai," pointing to me. And Babuji was reading my mind, and he told Chariji what I was thinking. And I was praying to Lalaji Maharaj to tell Babuji to help me in my spiritual journey. And now if I think of it after that, how foolish I was, how ignorant I was. So Babuji started working on me as soon as I met him in Washington, D.C. Of course, he was working even before, but after meeting him, he came to know everything about me. And one day, Chariji's relatives visiting from India came to Washington, D.C. He came to Dr. Singh's home, and he took Chariji with him for sightseeing. And Babuji was alone, and I was alone. Babuji was very restless, and he was missing Chariji very bad. And in the evening, Chariji came, and Babuji's face was shining. He was very happy. Babuji said, "Now you remember God. When God remembers you, your problem is solved." I can realize that Babuji's remembrance of Chariji and his love for him. He was really very, very fortunate. So the day they were supposed to leave, I was alone with Babuji after breakfast, and I became very emotional. I started crying because Babuji is leaving, and I put my head on his feet, and tears came from my eyes and fell on his feet. Then he said, "Uto, uto, aisa nahi karo. Tumko pahla din hi pehchan liya." Then we started to the airport, and then I was following them. When we came to close to airport, I missed the Dr. Singh's car. I had no idea where the airport is, which airlines they are going. And as a wonder, I reached the airport. I entered into the airport, and there are many parking lots for each different airlines. And I had no idea which airlines they are going. I kept going, and I drove into one lot, parking lot and I parked my car. And we were coming out. Across from my car parking, Babuji's car was also parked and they were coming out of the car. And tears came out to see me, to see Babuji and Chariji coming out of the car. Literally, I was not driving the car. Babuji was navigating and driving the car. It was a miracle to me what happened to me there. One day, I wanted to make hookah. Malini makes the hookah, keeps it ready before Babuji comes. I told Malini not to make hookah and I will make it myself. I wanted Babuji to get lot of smoke when he takes a puff. So I put lot of tobacco, I pressed it very hard, I put the charcoal and kept it ready when Babuji comes there. So Babuji sat in his chair and he took puffs of hookah and he couldn't get any smoke. And he was getting aggravated. Then he removed charcoal, removed all the tobacco. He lightly packed it, put the charcoal back, and he took hookah and he got the smoke. Then he looked at me and he said, "Abhi se mera hookah kabhi bhi nahi banana." For me, Babuji is personification of love, not personification. He is love. And he gives love to everybody, everything in the universe. And he is very humble. And I will give you one incident. When my son Ramu was born in 1981, I took a Polaroid picture and sent it to Babuji. He replied, saying at the end, "God's blessings to the baby." Then I felt hurt a little bit because he said God's blessings instead of I bless him. Because for me, he is my God. So I little bit hurt. But after a few days, I realized how he expressed his humility and humbleness by saying God's blessings. Babuji always talked very soft. And he never told anybody to do anything or not to do anything because he was afraid he may hurt his feelings. But whenever he says something, he always used to say with authority. And directly he never told anybody. And he always says, why they come to me, it doesn't matter. It is my responsibility to do the needful to him, to change why he is coming to me. And I remember once one sister who lives in Shahjahanpur, she used to come every day to Babuji, sit in front of him for 1 hour, do namaste, and she used to leave. There was no conversation or anything. And during one visit, after sitting for 1 hour, she said, "I am going, I will not come for few days, because some Baba came, I am going to visit him." And Babuji said, "Theek hai." But he made no comment. That shows his greatness and humility and humbleness. And then in 1981, I was supposed to leave Shahjahanpur, and Babuji got sick. In the evening, I was leaving. The last words he told me was, "Acha kaam karo." I am very, very fortunate. I met him, spent time with him, just him and me staring at each other, and he knew everything about me from A to Z.